Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings director Destin Daniel Cretton signed on to direct Shang-Chi 2, but there are a handful of villains that will be perfect for pitting against the titular character for his upcoming MCU sequel. The first Shang-Chi movie surprised all expectations after becoming the best-performing Phase 4 movie so far, both critically and at the box office, which meant that a sequel announcement was imminent. While The Legend of the Ten Rings introduced audiences to never-before-seen corners of the MCU, the source material has much more to offer in the mystical martial arts realm that can be explored in the sequel, especially when it comes to antagonists. The first Shang-Chi entry followed the eponymous character as he rediscovered his roots and identity, a journey that led him to the mystical dimension of Ta Lo, where he faced off against his father, the Mandarin. The movie's climax saw Shang-Chi acquire the Ten Rings and use them to defeat the Dweller in Darkness, saving the realm of Ta Lo and the Earth from the Lovecraftian-looking creature. The choice of the Shang-Chi 2 antagonist does not have to be limited to Shang-Chi's rogues gallery, since Marvel Studios has mismatched heroes and villains in the past. Kevin Feige and company could opt to use the sequel to introduce heroes masquerading as villains, such as Iron Fist, or pit Shang-Chi against villains of other heroes, such as Mr. Negative. There are multiple characters that Marvel Studios can adapt as villains for Shang-Chi, but 6 candidates stand out as the most likely fit for the MCU version of the character and can help expand the MCU into previously uncharted territory. The Hand is a cult of mystical ninjas involved with organized crime, often carrying out assassinations. The Hand organization serves a demon known as the Beast, who grants them the ability to resurrect the dead as members of the Hand. This formidable group often clashes with Daredevil, Iron Fist, and most importantly, Shang-Chi while attempting to carry out criminal activities in NYC. Even though The Hand was already adapted for the Netflix Marvel shows, there is still a possibility that Marvel Studios will decide to reboot them and introduce the MCU version in Shang-Chi 2. Shang-Chi's post-credit scene means the MCU has 2 versions of the Ten Rings. Midnight Sun is planning an attack on Shang-Chi. In the source material, Shang-Chi's father, Fu Manchu, adopted a kid called Menai from a South African country and raised him alongside Shang-Chi in China after Menai's family was slaughtered by British forces. Menai adopted the moniker Midnight and continued to serve his father long after Shang-Chi's departure. In the comics, Midnight, later renamed Midnight Sun, has run-ins with Kang, the Avengers, the Kree, and the Silver Surfer, all of which are expected to play a big role in the next 2 phases of the MCU. Therefore, introducing Midnight in the sequel is the perfect excuse for folding Shang-Chi into the overarching MCU narrative, and it would not contradict what was shown in the first movie, as it was never stated that Wenwu did not adopt another son during the 10 years Shang-Chi spent away from his home. Fang Foom was heavily rumored to appear in Shang-Chi, and his absence from that film makes him a perfect candidate for the sequel's antagonist. Fang Foom is a McLuhan, a shape-shifting alien race that crash-landed on Earth millennia ago. While Foom is most often portrayed as a dragon, he frequently adopts a human form when trying to remain undetected. Fans believe that the beacon mentioned in Shang-Chi's first post-credit scene was a reference to the shapeshifter, since Fang Foom plays a very significant role in the comic origin of the Ten Rings. In the source material, the Ten Rings are of McLuhan origin, recovered by the Mandarin from the wreck of the McLuhan spaceship that brought the alien race to Earth. The plot of the second movie could revolve around Fang Foom's attempt to recover the rings that belong to his race, fulfilling the tease in the Shang-Chi post-credit stinger and tying the Shang-Chi sequel back to the first Iron Man, where the first Fang Foom Easter egg in the MCU can be found. Iron Fist is known to most as a superhero and an Avenger, which is what would make him a great pick for an antagonist in Shang-Chi 2. In the comics, Kunlun, the mystical city where Danny Rand became the Iron Fist, is one of the 7 cities of heaven, mystical cities hidden around the globe that appear once every 88 years. One way to introduce Iron Fist in the MCU is to have him compete in the Tournament of Immortal Weapons against Shang-Chi, where each of the 7 heavenly cities chooses a warrior to compete against each other for the supremacy of their respective city. The MCU could adapt this storyline with Ta Lo as the 8th city of heaven and Shang-Chi as its chosen immortal weapon. Introducing Iron Fist in Shang-Chi 2 could lay the groundwork for potential future MCU projects, such as a Heroes for Hire Disney Plus show. Heroes for Hire is a collection of superheroes that get paid for their heroic endeavors. The team usually includes Shang-Chi, Iron Fist, Luke Cage, and Tarantula. Shang-Chi's love interest in the source material. A Heroes for Hire project is the perfect way to further Shang-Chi's story in the MCU on a smaller scale, which is where the character usually excels in comic books. Marvel Studios will want to capitalize on the success of Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings by using the sequel to introduce fan-favorite characters such as Iron Fist, or further grow the world of the MCU by introducing the Hand or Fang Foom. No matter which character ends up getting chosen to be the antagonist in Shang-Chi 2, fans can expect more of what they enjoyed about the first and new characters that are overdue for an MCU debut. When Marvel Studios released their slate of Phase 5 and 6 movies, Shang-Chi 2 wasn't among them. Deadline broke the news in December 2021 that a sequel is definitely on the way, but there is no release date yet. That could be due to director Destin Daniel Cretton being the only confirmed creative behind the scenes so far. Cretton is also committed to directing Avengers: The Kang Dynasty in the MCU's Phase 6. It's unlikely that Shang-Chi 2 will be filmed until after the 5th Avengers movie. 2025 or 2026 is likely the earliest audiences will get another Shang-Chi movie at this point, unless a different director helms the project. Shang-Chi 2's story is the biggest wildcard. Marvel isn't always setting up direct sequels anymore. Instead, one movie may lead into a TV show and vice versa. So, Shang-Chi 2 may not have anything to do with what actually happened in Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. One thing that should see more screen time in Shang-Chi 2, though, is Ta Lo and the history of Shang-Chi's hidden world. There's so much there that remains unanswered, and his learning about his powers, not just those that come from the Ten Rings, would be crucial to his characterization. There's a possibility that Shang-Chi 2 could be one of the as-yet unannounced Phase 6 movies. That could mean his story could tie into the larger Avengers: The Kang Dynasty storyline. Without more information from Marvel, however, fan theories will only continue to build about the possible Shang-Chi 2 story. Shang-Chi 2 is a must-see movie for Marvel fans and newcomers alike. It delivers an action-packed, humorous, and emotional story that explores the themes of family, identity, and destiny. It also expands the Marvel Cinematic Universe in new and exciting ways, introducing new characters, locations, and mysteries. Well, that's it. For now, make sure that you like our video. Please share your views and opinions in the comments section with us. Subscribe to the channel to get updated regularly with the latest news and reviews on upcoming movies from us. And do not forget to hit the bell icon to never miss an update. Thanks for watching the video. We'll see you at the next one.